Alright, what is going on, guys? This is going to be well, making this video was quite the challenge. Originally, I was going to shoot the video somewhere else, not in front of my house. But, so what I originally did is I washed my car. Well, I didn't wash it off, but I rinsed it off. You can see all the pollen down here. It's all over the goddamn place. This literally all came off my car. All this pollen here. So then I tried to go somewhere to shoot the video. Didn't work out. I ended up driving like all over the place. Couldn't find a spot. So I'm back here now. My car has so much pollen on it, I look like a damn taxi cab. But I'm gonna get mauled by a car here. And I gotta make this video quick because most likely it's gonna rain. As you can see, the clouds are really dark. You go from that to this. I mean, I'm literally like, the storm's right above me here. So hopefully it won't start raining when I'm doing this, but I want to make a video here of what I do maintenance-wise on my car. You know, what my oil changes, stuff like that. Just what I do to, you know, keep it maintained and keep it running. I guess this is starting to peel. I really gotta get that taken care of. All right. Yeah, see, look, there's pollen all over the place here. There's still all over my car. But I guess we'll start with oil. The oil that I use, I gotta make this video quick. It is literally about to pour. The oil that I use is, oh, I forgot I had this stuff back here. Oh, God. Well, I got a tire. If you guys need 4 tires for a Jeep Cherokee, here you go. I'll have that on Craigslist. 20 bucks for 4 of them. You can have them. All right. Here we go. I use Mobile One. Full synthetic, and I use a recommended oil, which is the 5W20. I don't like do different, you know, different weights or anything like that. I use what is recommended. Like it's gonna stay in for now. And I change my oil every 4,500 miles. Now I know you're probably like, 4,500 miles? That's nuts on full synthetic. I mean, I kind of do it excessively, but I mean, I'd rather just make sure my oil is clean, up to date all the time. Then it starts getting really dirty, and you know, I don't want to push the oil. You know what I mean? Like, let's say the oil goes bad in 5,000 miles, I'd rather do it a little bit earlier before it's at its limits. Now, full synthetic, you could probably do like 10,000, honestly, but I don't like to do the 10,000. We even have oil now that lasts, geez, the whole year, they say. But I don't really trust that. If you want to run that in your car, be my guest, go ahead. But I don't want to try that oil out. You guys can try it. So I do that every 4,500 miles, and I have a bunch of service records. I'm going to get mauled by a car here. Now, the second thing I do to maintain my car is the transmission fluid. Here, we'll sit in here. I do the transmission fluid, and if you look, see, you have a scheduled maintenance guide, so you don't have to even listen to what I'm saying here. You can follow this guide here. We'll go through that in a second. But tranny fluid I have gotten done twice. The first time I got it changed when I got the car, this is what happened. I bought the car and I didn't get the fluid changed. I had gotten the fluid flushed. Don't ever do that. It's a complete scam. They'll rip you off. It ended up making my car worse. So, long story short, it made my car worse. It didn't do anything. And my tranny started acting up a little bit. So what happened is I ended up getting my fluid changed, which was when they dropped the pan and changed the filter. And that had greatly improved my car, like tranny-wise. And the guy that had changed my fluid, I'll show you this. Look, I even got pollen inside of my car. Look at this. Friggin' pollen, I swear to God. The guy that had changed my fluid. Oh, it's in here somewhere. Here it is. See this right here? I forget exactly what he said, but these like sit in like the dipstick area. And what happens is, I'll close my door. What happens is, when they're servicing the car or whatever, when they first put the fluid in, they're supposed to pull this out, like, you know, take it out, but they don't. They just push it through. And what happens is this thing right here, it falls into the bottom of the tranny pan. So when he changed my oil, because he dropped the pan, when he changed the transmission fluid, he dropped the pan, he saw that sitting in there. So he knew, he's like, well, one, either it's never been done, or two, you know, they just never took it out. But my fluid looked like it had never been changed. It wasn't bad. My fluid looked slightly darker. It didn't have like metal shavings or anything like that. So my fluid did look pretty decent. But it didn't look fresh either. It wasn't like a nice cherry red color like it's supposed to be. So I ended up getting that done. That was at like, I forget how many miles. I lost track of when I started getting everything done. But so I had gotten that done. And then recently I got the tranny fluid done again, just to get the rest of the older fluid out. Because when you do the change, you don't get all the fluid. So I wanted to try to get all of it out. And so far I've got my fluid changed twice, every 20,000 miles. Now the service manual recommends, I forget, I think it was every 60. I don't know, I'll look in the maintenance guide, but I think it's like every 60. So far I've done it every 20. I mean, so far my train is holding up pretty well. It's got 120,000 miles on it now. And they're not the easiest miles, so I guess whatever I'm doing is working pretty good. Now for my rear, I've gotten my rear fluid changed twice now. The first time, originally the fluid got changed because I got new pinion bearings in it. But when I got into the accident or whatever, he had to redo my rear end, so I ended up getting new fluid put back in. So my rear end has been done every, once again, I think like 20,000 miles, I've gotten the fluid in. Now that you can go for a while. I think in the manual says, you know, hard driving, you can change it every 100,000. So, and also too, if you have one of these with the limited slip, I have a limited slip. If you look, is it on here? See axle. I don't know if you can see it. See how it says X5? Okay. Axle code X5 means that I had the 327 limited slip. So you could tell if you have a limited slip or not by your axle code. You can look it up online and it'll tell you different axle codes. So just, that's a little FYI too. But so that's that. I've gotten that done every 20,000 my rear, not intentionally, just kind of happened. That's just the way it is. But for now, I mean, I'll probably leave that fluid in there for a while. I mean, oh, you also have to put limited slip fluid in there, some special type of fluid in these. So also keep that in mind as well. So oil, I do every 4,500 miles. The transmission fluid I've done every 20,000 miles. That's also full synthetic. And then the rear, I done 20,000 miles, but you know, that wasn't intentional. That was just a, you know, kind of what happened. And my coolant, I've only done once. That's when I bought the car at 80,000 miles. It currently has 120 on it now, so it still looks good. I don't really plan on changing it anytime soon. It still looks good. But I do use the Ford gold coolant. Here, I'll show you that. Actually wrong, my coolant has been done before because when I replaced my intake manifold, he put new coolant in. So my coolant has actually been changed twice within like, I probably drove it for about 15,000 miles, and then my intake manifold went bad. So I've only got about 15,000 miles, I think, now on the fluid I have now. So, but if you look right here, Motorcraft gold antifreeze coolant. Now that's not a mix, you gotta mix it yourself. I used, you gotta use distilled water, or, oh, which other kind of water you can use. Distilled water, or you can actually use regular water, but then just boil it. If you boil regular water, it's the same as, I think, as distilled water. So, that's that. And then I'll show you, I can feel the rain. I'll show you the little maintenance guide here. Yeah, I ended up driving all over the place trying to find a spot, and I ended up just being right in front of my house after all. Actually, it's actually kind of aggravated, but all right, here you go. Now, you should have this for your car. I have a bunch of manuals. I had the regular owner's manual, and then I have, you know, police fleet vehicles. There's different things in here. It's like a warranty, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You get a whole bunch of things, but this should be in here. I mean, if you don't have it, You'll probably find one at the junkyard or even online or something. But this is cool. It's actually like some old stuff that like the police had in here. I don't know. It's like a road call or something happened, whatever. It was actually cool like looking at that. But it's one of the cool things I found on my car. But if you look, I'll just go to the first page. I'll show you. See right here. Normal schedule, cars and minivans, and you have special operating conditions, exemptions, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So if you want to do the normal scheduling for the cars and minivans, go to page 30. Boom, right here. See? And this is going to give you all the information. 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, you know, blah, blah, blah. Work our way down. 30,000, supposed to get all this stuff done. You know, 45,000, get all this done. You know what I'm saying? And you can go by this. This is what Ford recommends. I actually do it a little bit more than what's even recommended in here. I mean, I don't do everything here. Like, I don't, you know, replace the air cabin filter every 5,000 miles, you know, whatever. Like, there's some things I don't do. You don't need to do. But, like, main general fluid maintenance-wise, I go by the... That guy's looking at me. Because I'm an asshole, my door's open. But, see right here, special operating conditions. That's for towing a trailer. Extensive idling, low-speed driving, long distance, delivery, taxi, patrol car, livery. See? Change oil every 3,000 miles or 3 months or 200 hours of engine operation. Now that's for, I think, conventional. Maybe it is synthetic, I don't know. But, I mean, 3,000 miles is supposed to be conventional, so... lube the frontal, I haven't done that. Inspect brake system. You know your brakes are bad, you're not stopping, so there's really no point in inspecting that, but whatever. Fuel filter, I have replaced that. I don't know how old it is. I think I got about 15,000 miles on it, I'd say. I don't know how many miles I have on it. See, every 30,000, change transmission fluid. I've actually ended up doing it 20,000 miles, like I said, so I've actually done it more than what they recommended. 60,000 replace spark plugs. I did that at like 100,000 or 90,000. I replaced my spark plugs. I don't have a transfer case. It's not 4x4. Look, you got dusty conditions, off-road operation. Obviously, I'm not doing any of that. I guess I could sometimes drive down some dusty roads, but see, every 50,000, if you're driving on dusty roads, change the rear axle lube. Oh, that's the F series and F4, 5. Okay, never mind. That's for that. Maximum oil change interval is every 5,000 miles or 6 months, whatever comes first. They don't say that's conventional or synthetic, which I don't know why they don't mark that, but whatever. Special operating conditions, 3,000 to 3 months, 200 hours of operation. We already went over that. The gold coolant is supposed to do every 100,000 miles, which I'll probably do. Once I get close to the 100,000 mile mark, that's when I got it changed. So my car will probably be close to 100 and be over 200,000 if I still have it. It'll be at like 205 or something. So, I mean, I don't have to change that for a while. Unless it's 5 years. If it starts not looking right or whatever, maybe I'll change it. But I'll probably leave that in there for a while. But if you look, I mean, this has everything in here to keep your car maintained. I mean, I haven't done it to a T exactly what it reads, but you know, I definitely over-maintain my car, I'd say that. You know, like most people now, they run full synthetic and they do every 10,000. I do it every 4,500, so I do that really early. And then also, like I said, the training fluid, I do that pretty early as well. I mean, a lot of people don't even do it. You know, they'll do it like 50,000, 6,000 miles. I've done it every 20,000 miles. So I've done it quite a bit. But I definitely maintain my car really well. That I would say. You know, I do beat on it, don't get me wrong. I am nowhere near like a, you know, little princess driver. I definitely, I put it through its pace, not all the time. I mean, I drive it normally, but I definitely beat it up a little bit as well, too, you know. I like to do some, you know, spirited driving sometimes. Sometimes I like to race down in Mexico, you know, but, you know, I don't know, they treated me pretty well. So whatever, I guess whatever I'm doing seems to be working. So, Alright guys, well I forgot to give you a little video here of what I do maintenance-wise on my car. If you have any questions or, you know, you want to know anything more, just let me know. I'll try to answer whatever I can that I do. So, I guess that's going to be it guys, and take care.